Hello everyone, welcome to my video. This is Carbon Girl. I wanted to do a little castle tour, PvE castle tour on this good old game V Rising. This is me and my brother's 50-hour castle build. So we are going to start nice and fresh with everybody's favorite part of the castle, the garden. Because this is a PvE build, it is not a super functional castle. Like, we don't have every plant and flower type planted. It's mostly just for aesthetics. Here is just the entrance of our garden and one of our little garden tenders walking around. I placed all of these, patterns of the flowers by hand. I'm actually pretty proud of it. Getting seeds in V Rising is one of the hardest things to do, if anybody else knows. Specifically, tree seeds. So it was very difficult. This I wanted to show off because I made this pattern myself of the flowers, and I think it came out really nice. It's so funny because, the flowers, you don't know what they're going to look like until they grow a couple days later. So I really loved how it turned out. And here is the middle view. Very, very aesthetic. We love this a lot. I don't know why I'm standing here for so long doing this voiceover after the fact. I just want to give you a lot of nice views if you want to copy it. It's both symmetrical too on both of those. And then we wanted to add a little, nice graveyard element with the spectral ghosts. I think these women are so scary. That's why they're caged off, so they don't attack. But it's really nice with some ghost shrooms, the Tribby shrooms, and all of the other Hell's Karen and whatnot. And then we love this detail. This is a thing that my brother does when he decorates, is put these overhangs underneath the balconies to make it, there's not as many decorative options, that we would like. I'm really excited for the new update because we get a lot more decorative options, but it helps with that. Using things you wouldn't normally use. This is our horse stable. I actually love how this turned out. I actually decorated this room myself. Our horses and then some extra horses, which are probably dead by now because you have to feed them fiber instead of the one point update where you gave them watered canteens. This is my horse Mau Mau. This is our horse Tender. I really love that you can make servants, and especially for PvE castles, not really having to worry about their blood type or anything, and just making them fit the aesthetic of your castle. A little bit more beautiful shots. There's gonna be a lot of this, a lot of me stopping. So we're gonna go to the front side. Oh, I should have edited that out. We're gonna go to the front side of the castle. This is the far left side. This is the plot in what is it? Starlight, what? The Silverlight neighborhood of V Rising, the top left plot. And then this build right here is my brother's shop. We are playing in an RP server right now, so that's why it's a PvE build. We really wanted to get into our characters, and we're two sisters, and he's a merchant. So that's going to be his store when we have to remake this castle once the update comes out tomorrow. So this is the entrance. I really focus on architecture in this game. It's really easy to make castles look like blocks, and that is something that I really try to stay away from. This is me just showing you that we did every detail that we could find, making sure that it was like completely over the top and we didn't miss any spots or anything like that. So now we're going up to technically the first floor of the castle build, and obviously this is going to be our mega twin sister throne room. We did a blue theme because every time me and my brother have played V Rising, since the beta, we do twin sisters, and we have blue hair, so we wanted to do like a blue theme for the throne room, and I think it came out pretty spectacular. This is my brother's build. He is amazing at decorating in V Rising. I do not know how he does it. It is probably because he has 1,000 hours in the game, but I think it's just the lighting and the flowers and the trees. I think this is just superb. It is actually jaw-dropping to like look at it. This is just a little detail we added. We wanted it to look really organic, so having the statues and also like the lights glowing above it was really pretty, and using the garden gates doors to like make these feel like big bay windows. And like, well, I guess bay windows aren't in castles. I guess in some castles, not in this castle. Well, I guess in this castle. We have some sexy demon girls, obviously. You know, they're just there for aesthetics and vibes. Gotta make use of the servant quota. That sounds weird. The throne. It sucks that there's so many strange things about this game, and one of them is like obviously like you seeing through the throne is kind of upsetting. I wish that wasn't a thing, but you know, c'est la vie, I guess, or whatever that means. Okay, next we are for some reason standing still, and then this is like one of those TikTok videos where the boyfriend overdubs his girlfriend's like makeup tutorial. Okay, we have an overview of the gardens. I think it looks very beautiful. Just wanted to make sure to show every aspect of it. We also loved doing the color gradients, so we like tried to stick with like blues and oranges for like all the outside of the castle. Here's a little second floor perspective on the throne room. This is just some light decoration that I did for the second level. Wanted it to feel, you know, homey. This is also the alchemy floor level. So we did the alchemy floor on the second level just because we wanted a big enough space to like really make it, you know, feel like this experimentation room. My brother did this. His mind works in mysterious ways. He was like, you know what we should do? We should do the sanguine circle and like, you know, get a monster and make it feel like we're doing experiments on it. And he is a genius for that because it looks so good. Just be careful because when you have servants and all the doors are open, they'll come and try to attack that and then break everything. So that's just, also the green theme obviously for alchemy. Think it looks really nice, especially with, like I said, having like flowers everywhere is a really nice touch. Makes things look, you know, filling out spaces and stuff is really great.
I just wanted to quickly interject. This is Noah, Carbon's brother, and after watching the editing, I think she's doing a great job. I just wanted to touch on some points. If you want to know more about some of these builds, we can do a community poll, and y'all can vote on a room, and I can go in depth, explain how I designed some of these rooms. I think designing rooms in V Rising is literally, they have the best building system in any game I've ever played. I was big into Animal Crossing, big into Minecraft, any game where I can express myself through building and architecture and interior design. It's really appealing to me. Me and Carbon have been playing these games for years. We also play like hyper competitive games, but like being an artist and how we grew up, this is just amazing to us, and V Rising is literally the best game when it comes to building. So I really want this game to flourish, and I'm really happy with the server that we're on. We're on Fantasy Realms in North America, and I highly recommend everybody join the Discord. It's also a PvP role-playing server, so there's rules to PvP and stuff, so you can still have action there, but also design a castle how you want and not be scared to leave for a month and come back and your castle's raided. So, and put all this effort into your castle just for it to be destroyed. I don't know, it's like the best of both worlds. But I wanted to say that the video is completely time stamped. If you just want to go to a certain room, or if you want to go to the very end and see the bat tour, you can do that. And I highly recommend, please, please, please steal these ideas, put them in your own castle, post it on Reddit. Please let us see it, because listen, the more inspiration that I get, the better my builds are going to be. So y'all need to flood this game. I think RP servers and PvE is the heart of this game. So I really want people to build more. So, okay. That's it. Y'all can go back to my sister now.
This is one of the things we added last minute because this was all blocked off. So it was all like just one, square around of a balcony. And then this was all like just enclosed with nothing in there. And so we wanted to like I said before, add touches everywhere, just to make it feel like really lived in. That sounds funny to say in a video game, honestly. I got stuck there. And now I'm gonna take a little seat because I'm tired. My girl is so cute. I'm the older twin sister of the two. I am Dagnia, consort of Doom, and Elm is Elm, consort of Chaos. Giving you all the perspectives here, like, I don't know why. It's so amazing. I love that they added, multiple floors in the, I don't know which update it was. I think once they started adding that multiple floors, it made building so much more fun. And building was already fun, but like it really took it to another level. Here's a little alcove on the 3rd level that my brother did. This is the library level, so he wanted to make it very like more warm and inviting, kind of like a juxtaposition to the bottom levels in the throne room, which is so blue and like feels really like dominating. I'm showing this again because I don't think I got a good angle the first time. Just making sure that his credit, give credit where credit is due. This is the same thing in the 2nd level. We added this little alcove and put the, Eye of Twilight, and I forget the other one because it came out in that update. The 2nd update? Isn't this the 2nd update? Anyways, here's a 3rd level view. Unfortunately, when you have something this big in V-Rising and you have a lot of lights, they flicker. Which we tried to like fix with the graphics settings and stuff to make them not do that, but nothing helped. So I think it's just one of those things that I wouldn't necessarily, it's not a bug, but like there's too many lights. It's like a giant castle. This is also our biggest build that we've ever done. So, and like probably one of the first times we've done a build completely together. Normally when we play, we have our own castle plots and then we do it together. Here's this shot. So good. 3rd floor, you can see the throne, all the blue colors. I love this. I love these wallpapers. They're from the Castlevania DLC. I'm pretty sure. I could be lying. I might be lying. No, I'm not lying. Those are it. Okay, so this is our library. Went for a very warm green tones. My brother likes to do this thing where you do the bigger rooms to make them feel more massive, doing a clear flooring in between so that it's a 2-level room. So the walls are higher. There's our bartender. So when people come over to research vampirism and have important meetings about the state. What was that? Important meetings about the state. There's some blood to drink. My favorite blood type is 100% scholar. I mean, whose isn't, TBH? Also 100% worker, so lit. I'm just showing off like all the little details, and it just looks so good. I'm glazing myself. Like, this is lit. Okay, we're going up to the 4th level of the castle. So on this server that we're on, there is more castle floors, and which is great to be able to do these bigger builds. So welcome to our resurrection room, which is technically like our twin bedroom. Originally, we wanted to do like separate rooms where they were like very exact and they were twin for the roleplay aspect of it. But instead, my brother came up with this idea of like it being like, if anybody's ever seen Underworld, like where they like resurrect that one guy or whatever the crap. Have I cussed in this? Anyways, these are our beautiful, beautiful coffins, and this is we use the mist brazier in the middle to make it seem like when it's off and then somebody turns it on, that's when we get resurrected from our coffins. And I really love that. This is also, we did a similar blue vibe, but a lighter blue to match our hair. I think it really went over well. This is also like with the tables and stuff. It's just like a nice room for hosting. Going out on this balcony to show you more of the views. And later in the video, there'll be a bat tour so that you can see the overall architecture, which will be nice for anybody who's interested in that. Because like I said, it's very important to me that also the outside of the castle looks like a castle. And I think that that's pretty hard in V-Rising, I'm not gonna lie. We spent a lot of time doing like the very particular details of like switching walls or like deleting one pillar because it looked like, you know, it changed the vibe and stuff like that. So a really it took a long time to do this. And here is the overhang of the library, which I love that it is an extension of our resurrection room. What's that, like a bed chamber? I guess a bed chamber would be, but our resurrection room. So it's nice that you get this little viewpoint. And then I'm just standing here for a long time because I was going to talk more about it. And then at the front of this resurrection room, we have more bartenders and like wanted to also it to feel like a tavern. So you're being waited on by some more sexy demon ladies. My brother did these colors on the chairs mismatched, which I really like. Like, what do you call it? Coordinating? Okay, so this is obviously a room that I decorated. This is our walk-in closet / like workstation for like jewelry and stuff. It's not a functioning like jewelry room, but it like obviously the flooring isn't there and stuff, but it's just more for aesthetics people. So this is where we get ready. We got double vanities, we got our portraits of our characters, we got our little statue, some Hell's Karen to give a little ambiance. And I used 4 jewel tables to like create this like giant looking desk. And it's all cluttered and stuff, which I really like. So using unconventional things to make in the game to make, you know, more like interesting rooms is great. Sorry, I don't really know how to explain things. This is actually pretty hard for me. Now we're going up the stairs. So right now we're in the tower on the right side of our base. This is our right tower, and we skipped the tailoring room, so we're gonna go straight up to the peak of the tower, which we wanted to. My brother had made a suggestion that we would make it like a knowledge, like almost like a Harry Potter at the top of Hogwarts where all the owls are and you're getting mail and stuff. We wanted to make it like that kind of vibe where you're like writing letters or like there's like espionage going on and, you know, you send owls out. They should add owls in the game, or that you could capture birds and stuff because that'd be really cool. I decorated this room as well. It's not as extravagant as, like, for instance, the Alchemy Room or the, what's called room. Just showing you off. Like, look how pretty this side where you can see all the way down the expanse of the plot is so nice. This is the back of the castle. We did this nice thing where the first 3 levels of the castle are, like, the black castle walls. And then the pillars going all the way up, which are, I'm not sure. I don't remember what pillars these are. It came with the first DLC. And then once you get to the higher levels of the castle, it's gray stone. So that it looks like, you know, the newer part is on the bottom and then it gets older as it goes up. I guess it should be reversed, but it is. It looks good the way it is. This is our tailoring room because we're fashionistas and we always have to be fitted up. I did this room. I really love the pinks. because I really feel like I rarely use pinks in this game. I think we mostly stick to like reds and blues for lighting schemes. Now we're gonna go on one of our bridges, or I don't really know what to call this, terrace? And I'm trying to show you like the perspective going down, which is cool, but then the trees are in the way because we added those. But I love these trees. So this is gonna be the top of the castle throne room. This is at like the peak of the castle. My brother did this. He just wanted it to make it look super overgrown and like a little bit like decrepit. Is decrepit the right word? Or is that what you use to say to people? I'm not sure. But just showing you the little touches and stuff that he added. Just wanted it to feel, you know, very organic. Take a shot every time Carbon says the word organic. And we're going up. This is going to be the highest level. We put the shards up here. And we wanted it to seem like, oh, no big deal. We have the shards and they're just left in this room that's like overgrown. And like we don't really care that we're like the baddest biddies in the world. Which we're not. They don't have the shards in them. We joined this server really late. And also shout out to this server. It's amazing. We joined like a month ago and did this build, and they have an amazing Discord server. I think it's called Fantasy Realms. It's great. Can't wait for the update. They do have to reset the server because it's a no wipe server. But we're really excited to be able to do this build again and then actually RP in V Rising. Showing you the front. I'm really doing some detail on this. Don't want to miss anything because we took so long doing it. Add the little wings, little accessories, some lighting, so it looks pretty from above when you're flying in as a bat. I'll be standing, bro. Get a little shot of the left side, which it's hard to, when we first built this, it was really hard to kind of like figure out the paths to each room. So if it seems like a little bit confusing in the walkthrough, that makes sense. I didn't go through the things the way that I should have, but so this is the room above the library on the left side of the castle. Oh, I just misclicked. And it's going to be our storage room, which my brother made into like an overstuffed attic. Like, I love this concept because it's just like there's just things strewn about. Is that a word? Strewn about? There's just things thrown about because it's like it's just an attic, but it has all of our stuff in it, which it's so pretty. I'm really glad he thought of this. Like I said, every element. Okay, we should have edited that out. Let's not talk about that. Okay, so this is our teleported room. This is the bottom left of the castle, underneath like the alchemy room and the library. We wanted to do a statue room, like a not a statue room. What is it called? Like a trophy room. So that was kind of the aesthetic that we were doing here. It's hard to like think of a bunch of rooms that you can do in this game. Like I said, you have such a limited amount of decorations. Like we were thinking, well, maybe we'll make it a ballroom, but it wasn't big enough to be a ballroom. So we made it a trophy room, and I think my brother did a really good job decorating this. I would like to say I did decorate, like I did the gardens and, you know, did a lot of the foundation, but he did a lot of the, like, he's just, sorry, he's better than me at decorating. So this is our servant quarters. We keep all of our servants in here. This is where they can hang out and talk about how much they love us because we're such good bosses. I did this room. It's pretty simple and laid back. Didn't want it to overdo it too much in this room. I really like this building. It's like off the garden, which is cute. One of our ladies. Okay, so we're walking back across the front of the castle to show one of the other sides of the garden and the bottom parts of the right tower. The blood fountain, we had such a hard time figuring out where to put this. I had no idea where I wanted to put this because, you know, a lot of the plots in this game, if they're not quite symmetrical, which is so irritating, but I think it really came out well with that right there. And then just a little garden sitting area. I did this as well. I don't know if you could tell. And then we keep this rock here because we got our secret blood poison. And in our blood poison, we have all of the Silverlight Hills people because they're trying to stop us from being vampires. You know, just adding to the lore of the game. Everything is everywhere. Everything has meaning and purpose. My brother decorated this room. So now we're going up to look at the entrance of the right tower. But before that, I want to give you a little tour of the garden space that is in between the throne room and the right tower. I did this. I love this with the snowflowers and the, I don't know, these weeping willows. I don't know if that's what they're actually called in the game, but, and the morning lilies. I think it looks really pretty. Gotta take a little break. You know, I've been walking around this castle for hours. Dang. Daddy. All right. I don't know why I'm doing a zigzag pattern here. Just really want to show off, like, all the small details. Now we enter the tower. This was my brother really wanted to do like a tower, but it's hard to make a tower not look like a box. So this is our actual entertaining room. Like more like think of it as like a foyer, where we have people come and like we talk about stuff and whatever. There's a lot of meeting rooms. You know how castles are. Too many rooms. You don't need that many rooms to host people, but this is the main hosting room. I would like to say. I really wanted to have it like more in the front. If you think of castles where they have like a little front thing you have to drive through before you get to the castle, that's kind of what I wanted to do. So we just did in that room. This is my favorite room. I don't really know why. I think my brother did an amazing job decorating this room. I came up with the architecture of it and I really love it and did all the lighting and the walls and stuff. And then he went in and did everything like a twin forge. And it came out so beautiful with the red cross, with the carpet, like, ugh. And all the lighting, like the forge stuff in general is so nice to decorate with just because of the lighting. And as you can tell, we didn't do a, what's it called? With the sawmills and stuff. I don't know. Whatever that room is, we didn't do the workshop because that stuff is ugly. We don't need that. That prisoner over there is is somebody from Gloomrot, and it's the one that sprays the fire. So we were like, oh, this person sprays all of our like lights all of our fires in our forge. It sucks that you can't just be walking around in there, but if like somebody came in there and he started burning stuff up, that would be crazy. So I'm just walking through this main spot just to show you like how it connects to throughout the thing. And this is just like the last detail of the palace right here. And that's our castle tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe. There will be more videos. I stream on Twitch at Carbon Girl. Yeah, here's the bat tour. I'll let you enjoy the music. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, boys.